And then I also mentioned to you that there was Veer Savarkar. Then he went to India House. So Shyamji Krishna Varma called him. Shyamji Krishna Varma trained him. And after his training, the guns that he had procured, the Bowser guns, so he had procured that, and through secret, obviously he could not send it openly through a courier that go to, to India. He sent it secretively to India. So that art of sending things secretively, the transmitting information secretively, it was that training. So Veer Savarkar was also trained at the India House. After that, there was Madan Dhingra, who is also going to be trained at India House, and it was he who had assassinated the William Curzon Wyllie, Lieutenant Colonel William Curzon Wyllie. Now Dhingra, what he had said in that particular statement, when he had assassinated him, okay, at the time of his arrest, what statement he's going to be like? Poor in wealth and intellect, a son like myself has nothing else to offer to the mother but his own blood. The only lesson required in India at the present was to learn how to die, and the only way to teach is by dying ourselves. Therefore I die, and glory is in my martyrdom. So this is what he is going to give that statement, and I have taught this more than 100 times, and yet at every point of time what I do is I get goosebumps, because this was the statement. Even now I am getting goosebumps. So the statement itself, it was so, enlightening, it was so, within itself it was so motivating and boosting, that what could an individual do even when the massive oppressive power was having the power to crush you at the feet. So this was that one could do. So that is the statement, means such patriotic sentiments. Here it is not the aspect of propagation or promotion of revolution, but the idea of sacrifice. The idea of sacrifice, that is what we learn from Madan Lal Dhingra. Okay, so he set an example for the people at that point of time. And here the next one was Savarkar. So we have already learnt on Savarkar. So that was Shyamji Krishna Varma's aspect. Then after that, in the area of Kabul also, there were two other personalities, that is going to be Raja Mahendra Pratap and Sardar Singh Rana. What they are going to do is that in the 1915, they are going to set up a provisional independent government of India and Kabul. So the UPSC, in the prelims examination, they can ask you questions pertaining to this as well, that in which areas were Raja Mahendra Pratap and Sardar Singh Rana carrying out the activities. Later on, there is going to be Paris and Geneva. So in the European area of Paris and Geneva, there was Madam Bhikaji Kama, who is going to be the most prominent revolutionary there. She was a Parsi revolutionary. She had developed great contacts with the particular Europeans, and she, procured funds and, transmitted information and all of those things, and in order to help the Indian revolutionaries. So she had brought her journal Bande Matram, and she, for the first time, was the person who had hoisted an Indian flag on the foreign soil. That means in Stuttgart, in Germany, she had done it. She continued the propaganda in favor of revolutionary activities and sought to organize the protest movement against the deportation of Lala Lajpat Rai and Ajit Singh. And even Ajit Singh and Lala Lajpat Rai, they were also active. Here we have spoken of Ajit Singh from Punjab and also Lala Lajpat Rai. I have also explained to you that he was not a revolutionary, but he was a person who was associated with the particular extremism in India. Then there is going to be in Germany, there was Virendranath Chattopadhyay. The aim of Virendranath Chattopadhyay was to send arms to India to incite rebellion among the Indian troops. I just explained this to you in the start. And also to organize an armed invasion of British India to liberate the country. Liberate the country, that means here what we are talking about, freedom. Okay, and this we are talking about the year of 1909, 1914, 1915. Okay, so that is going to be there here in the Virendranath Chattopadhyay. Then also in the USA, there is going to be the Indian Independence League, and the UPSC has also asked a question here, that in 1907 there was an Indian Independence League that was started by Taraknath Das in the area of California, and the objective of it was to spread revolutionary ideas among the Indians who lived abroad. Okay, that is United States, and Lala Hardayal was one of the most active members of the league. So what can we see is that Lala Hardayal was a person who also went to London at the Indian House for the meeting, and was also active in USA. So the UPSC can ask you that which were the prominent active centers for these particular personalities, so they can just give you four options and they'll give you Europe, Germany, USA, and like that. So that is going to be one another scenario. Then the next one, what is there is that it is going to be the Ghadar party. All right, just have a read of this. I'll just explain it up. Till then, I'll just sip water. Have a read of it, friends. Okay, so I hope you have read it. Now, let us just start. When we talk about the Ghadar party, so what happened is that at that point of time in the area of USA and Canada, many people from the Punjab area, they are going to migrate. That means the peasants, the sepoys, many of the peasants, the sepoys, they had migrated from India to USA in search for better living conditions, in search for better employment opportunities, and they are going to reside there. But in spite of shifting their country, in spite of shifting the location of their residence, those people, they are not going to forget the Indian values that they have. So what is going to happen is that those particular personalities, okay, they are going to, in order to create awareness amongst the people who are residing in the USA, amongst those Indians, they are going to, some people, they are going to come together and create a Ghadar newspaper. That particular Ghadar newspaper, that particular Ghadar newspaper, all right, around it, around it, what happened is that a Ghadar party was created in the area of 1930. So the word Ghadar, it itself means revolution. Now within the Ghadar newspaper, what was the idea is that the true reality of how the Britishers kept the Indians, it was mentioned. It was to create awareness amongst the Indians in USA and Canada on making them, on bringing light to the true situations, and to create within them a sense of revolutionary aspect. So many such people, they came together and created the Ghadar party in the United States of America, wherein the Indian workers and students, mostly Punjabis, with the object of overthrowing the British rule in India. Now this particular Ghadar newspaper, it had its headquarters in San Francisco. So initially this particular Ghadar party, it was also initiated in the USA, in the San Francisco, and the members are going to be the ex-soldiers and peasants who had migrated for better opportunities to USA and Canada. Then as soon as the movement, the Ghadar, it is going to spread, so these people, they are going to create another bases at Seattle and Vancouver. Vancouver, it was in Canada. Seattle, it was in USA. And over the years, when the movement is going to spread, so the Ghadar, it is also going to, have its bases set up in the other areas also, such as Mexico, Japan, Philippines, Malaya, Singapore, Thailand, Indochina, etc. And this was asked by, once again, the UPSC. Now many aspirants, they did not know this. So this was also asked by the UPSC, that over the years the Ghadar, it was generally there. Okay, so the Ghadar party, it was created in 1913, but it was prevalent till the time period of India getting independence. It wasn't dissolved or it wasn't abolished. However, many of the leaders of the Ghadar party, they were arrested because of the activities they conducted, but the Ghadar party itself was never diluted. So that is why over the years, when the increasing strength of Ghadar party happened, so they are going to create the various bases in these various countries.